The FMDQ Exchange has formally launched a new financial center for sustainability in Lagos, which was done by the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Now, to chat more on what this initiative is all about and how it benefits Lagos State is the Senior Vice President, Economic Development, FMDQ, and Head Secretariat, FC4S Lagos, Mr. Emmanuel Itadehi. Many thanks for joining us on the program. Now, tell us, what is the FC4S initiative? What about it and how it can benefit Lagos State and the Nigerian economy as a whole?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me. Just to give a bit of a background, in 2018, the United Nations Environment Programme Inquiry conducted a survey in Nigeria to determine the understanding, the challenges, and the scope of sustainable finance in Nigeria, as well as the opportunities available for investment, and how we can use sustainable finance instruments to tackle climate change challenges or effects on the Nigerian economy. That survey led to the development of a Nigerian sustainable finance roadmap, which was launched here at FMDQ in December 2018. And post the launching of that roadmap, the policy advisor, Mr. Mark Haley, to the United Nations Economic Environment Programme Inquiry, challenged FMDQ actually to set up the Financial Center for Sustainability Lagos. You would need to understand that there are 27 such financial centers globally, and the FC4S Lagos is the 23rd member appointed in May and announced to the world as just joining from Nigeria to support and work with other financial centers for sustainability globally. What is the initiative about? It's about galvanizing, the development of the sustainable finance market, if you like, so that there'll be more issuances of green or sustainable finance related instruments that will help to raise funding to fund projects that address climate change issues, that will help in climate change mitigation, that will help in addressing the infrastructural gap that we have in Nigeria. So the initiative started at the first inaugural meeting held in April 9, actually, in FMDQ. And at that meeting, a governance board was elected that has FMDQ's Managing Director, CEO, Mr. Bola Onodile-Koko, as chairman. So he's the chairman of the governing board of FC4S Lagos, as we have abbreviated the name to be. And the vice chairman is Dr. Doyin Salami, who is currently the chairman of the Economic Advisory Council to the president. We have other members of the board, which includes Dr. Andrew Nevin of PwC, Mrs. Kemi Awodeyin of Chapel Hill, Mr. Chidi Mike Ene of InfoCredit, and Dr. Farouk Aminu of Pencom. These are the members of the governance board of the FC4S Lagos. The purpose, as I mentioned, is to see how we can begin to galvanize funding for projects that will address the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals of the UN, and as well as address particular problems related to climate change and the impact on Nigeria. We all are witnesses to the fact that Lagos is one of the coastal cities in the world that is exposed to the dangers of rising sea levels. And with the recent things we've seen in the global economy, with the change in temperatures, with the increase in temperatures and the impact on sea level rise, we know that coastal cities like Lagos are exposed to the effects, the negative effects of climate change. So this initiative is meant to see how we can use the capital markets, and that is why it includes stakeholders from the capital market ecosystem. How we can use the capital markets to raise funding, and how we can, and those funding can be used to fund projects that will address the challenges that we've seen that are arising from climate change related issues. And apart from climate change, it can also address the infrastructure gap in the country. The idea is to build infrastructure and build it sustainably, not build and then it does not last. In other markets, in other global markets, examples, as I mentioned, there are 27 members, were just number 23 in that list of financial centers for sustainability globally.
Right, Senior Vice President, Economic Development, FMDQ, and Head Secretariat, FC4S Lagos, Mr. Emmanuel Itadehi. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us on the program.